You'd think a special election in Northern California would be pretty straightforward, but this one, well, it's spiraled into a political maze with massive national stakes. Today, we're digging into the wild fight for California's first congressional district. So, this is the central question, right? How does a district that's been a total lock for one party for years and years suddenly become a complete toss-up? The answer is just a wild mix of tragedy, timing, and a seismic shift in the rules of the game. Okay, so it all started with a really unexpected event that created this power vacuum, not just in Washington, D.C., but right here in Northern California. We're talking about Congressman Doug LaMalfa. He was a rice farmer, a conservative fixture, and he'd represented the sprawling rural district for over a decade. His sudden passing created an immediate vacancy in the U.S. House, leaving more than 700,000 people without a voice in Washington. And you have to understand the context here. The district LaMalfa represented wasn't just Republican, it was a fortress. I mean, with a partisan lean of R+25, it was one of the safest GOP seats in all of California. For a Republican, winning here was practically guaranteed, until now. So, with the seat vacant, the official process kicked in. And at first, everything looked like a totally standard, by-the-book special election. Governor Gavin Newsom set the timeline pretty quickly. A primary in June, and if no single candidate managed to clear 50%, which is pretty common in California's jungle primary system, the top two finishers would face off in an August runoff. And almost immediately, a clear successor seemed to emerge. Republican Assemblyman James Gallagher, a local politician who saw LaMalfa as a close friend and a mentor, announced he was running to finish the term. Gallagher also secured a really powerful and, deeply personal endorsement from LaMalfa's widow, Jill, and their family. In any normal race, especially in this district, that kind of support would likely have sealed the deal. But this was not going to be a normal race, not even close. A political earthquake was about to shake this entire contest, all because the map itself was about to be completely redrawn. See, this isn't just a story about one candidate or one election. It's really about how a single voter-approved proposition completely rewrote the political landscape, basically overnight. And here it is, Proposition 50. Voters passed it the year before, and it essentially gave the state legislature the power to redraw congressional district lines right in the middle of the decade. So that map that was supposed to be in place until 2030, yeah, it got thrown right out the window. So here's the crucial part, just how drastically the district changed. Look at this. The old district was rooted in these rural, conservative counties like Shasta and Butte. The new map shifts everything west, absorbing these progressive suburban areas from places like Sonoma and Marin counties. The voter base is just completely different. This results in a staggering 37-point swing in the partisan lean. It went from R+25, a Republican stronghold, to D+12, a district that now heavily favors Democrats. This right here, this is the heart of the political puzzle. And as you can probably imagine, this massive last-minute change threw the entire election into absolute chaos. I mean, just think about the fallout. You've got voters who thought they were in the district who are suddenly out, and a whole bunch of new voters who are now in. Election officials are scrambling to update everything, and candidates like James Gallagher, who were ready to run in a conservative area, now have to introduce themselves to an entirely new progressive-leaning electorate. It's a total administrative and political nightmare. So why does one chaotic special election in a corner of California matter to the rest of the country? Well, it's all about the math back in Washington. The Republican majority in the House of Representatives is razor-thin. Every single seat counts. So flipping this one seat from Republican to Democrat could impact major votes and potentially shift the entire balance of power. You better believe the national parties are watching this very closely. And that leaves us with this final huge question. Is what's happening in California's 1st District a bizarre, perfect storm of events that will never happen again? Or with measures like Proposition 50 in play, are we seeing the start of a new era where political maps and the power that comes with them are never truly settled?